Hello, everybody. I've tied my tongue up. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Final Show Films. I'm Sen, your executive producer. There's a reason why Craig does these on the off week. Um, uh, I completely throw myself off. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Final Show Films. I want to thank you all for tuning in, particularly our $25 tier supporters over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. Those being Jeremy Alexander, Samantha Bates, and L, without whom we don't able to do nearly as much as the things that we do now. So, thank you very much for your support over the years. And for those of you that are watching live, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live.
A dinosaur story.
Exactly.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome back.
One day they'll release like a long-awaited sequel to "We're Back: A Dinosaur Story," and it'll be called "We're Alive: A Dinosaur Story," and then that joke will hit better.
Hate it all so fucking much.
Welcome back to Star Wars Outcasts of the Old Republic. I am William Orshani, and I am your storyteller, game master, whatever they call the person running the game in Star Wars.
Game Master.
For this particular
it is
Fantasy
June,
Flight
so
Star
Game
Wars
Master.
Game Master, that works.
Yeah.
And joining me today we have Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Shevad Teo, who is a human ambassador.
And go ahead and roll Destiny for me.
Every time you say shave out, I keep expecting you to finish it with Beetle Brox.
I think that's a light point, though. It's
is
not
indeed a
showing
light.
me an icon in Roll20, so that's good. I'm going to refresh.
It is a light point.
Yay!
And
Shabbat can't detect the light. That's probably fine. That's probably fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's still not showing up. That's not good.
Are you in dark mode or light mode?
I'm in whatever mode is default in my thing. It's never done this before.
Switch to dark
Currently
mode.
in Mandalorian mode.
I don't like dark mode.
I just want to see if it shows up at all.
Also, toggling it on and off might reset shit.
And joining us today we have Jeremy.
Hi, I am Jeremy. I am playing Lysandra, who is a Zeltron medic. Hold on, let me roll my dark side. I know the streak broke last time, but I mean, come on. Yep.
One dark side, as expected.
I can see your dark side. I can't see my own. This is fascinating.
Well, yeah, most people can't see the darkness in themselves.
Yeah, most people have to look at those.
Well, in this case, it's the lightness within myself. So what does that
Most
say?
people also cannot see the lightness within themselves. Have you looked at the average self-esteem of the person in 2026?
Also, if you see light inside your own body, that's because there's a hole in it and somebody's shining a flashlight in it. And typically
That's
you can't
bad.
see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
or you've
Craig.
swallowed a firefly.
Hey, I'm going to be playing Yibdur, our Celestin technician specializing in droids. And my favorite light inside the body story from an RPG involves the time that a thief back in the old days cast a perpetual light spell on a tooth. The assumption had been he'd be able to just open his mouth a little bit and have like a ready to go flashlight anytime he's picking locks. But the actuality was his head just lit up like a pumpkin.
Very good.
There are whole assholes in your head.
Yeah.
And your skin is not that thick.
Yeah, your
Yeah,
your skin does not block light. So he just walked around. We started to call him Jacko.
And
I mean-
any kid could tell you this who has just sort of put their mouth around a flashlight.
Yeah.
Legitimately, that's actually kind of a dope way to use a light spell.
Yeah. Oh,
high fantasy body mods.
You guys are gonna love my next 5e character, Cantrip Eddie.
What did Eddie do? Why are you tripping him?
He's a big jerk.
Oh.
You can't trip him.
Yeah,
And go ahead and roll Destiny for me, Craig.
I'm sorry, I got so caught up in the bit, I forgot to do the thing I was actually supposed to do. Hey, too late.
Double light
Nice.
side.
Double light.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm playing ROKO or Rocco. They are an assassin droid.
How is their modern life?
Not very modern, considering we're in the Old Republic.
Long ago and far away.
And it's a dark side. And Steven?
I'm Steven. I'm playing Surat Tev, and I forgot which button I'm pushing because it's been a while.
There's a roll destiny button up by the destiny pool on the top of your
Make
character
sure
sheet.
you've sunk with the GM first, but yeah.
Yes. Is it this one? Yay. Nope, wrong
no.
one.
So
On the-
immediately to the left of your destiny pool, there's a button that says Roll Destiny.
Oh, there it is. I was looking for a dice thing. Oh, I got
Nice.
another holy one,
Actually,
Also hit that sync pool with GM button there for me.
which I did before, but
Wish
My
you're accurate
hands.
now. Yeah, you're good. I think I need to drop the.
Yeah, you got to drop one of our
1, 2,
light
3.
side.
Yeah, drop one of the light bow. All right. And Sen.
And then everyone hit sync pool with GM again because we had to adjust it. I am Sen.
Gonna force player update.
I'm Sen, and I'm playing Logair, the former Sith Lord, current Revenite, who has missed a lot of things and is not sure what's going on anymore. I got 2 light side, so
Yay. All right.
feeling
and-
good about our choices we've made thus far.
And as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights. Happy Pride.
Wrathful Pride.
No, that's next month.
No, Wrathful Pride instead of Happy Pride.
Yeah, Wrath Month is next month.
Yeah, then it would be Wrathful Wrath. And that's just
Double Wrath.
That's just redundant.
yeah, exactly. I'm providing an
I'm okay
adjective,
with it.
not
some people need the wrath.
But when we left off, I almost did the as always again. But when we left off, our group of outcasts had arrived upon the world of Mandalore, seeking to investigate the activities of one Commander Tannic of the Grand Army of the Republic. Technically, that's not the title because that's the modern Republic's army's name, but still, Republic military. As he seems to be attempting to court the Mandalorians away from their close ties with the Empire, which will be a challenging task because I double-checked my history and I was slightly off from what I said prior to the start of the game. The previous Mandalore, currently known as Mandalore the Lesser for his status as a puppet of the Empire, has been killed by his successor, Mandalore the Vindicated. Though the current Mandalore still does seem to wish to ally the vast majority of the Mandalorian clans with the Empire. Though, as always, Mandalorians being a largely independent lot, our clans are allowed to pick and choose as they so desire. But with Mandalore still maintaining its planetary sanction as a relatively neutral planet, allowing the trade of goods and mercenaries to any who come to trade, it would seem that Commander Tannic has come to try and coax as many Mandalorians as possible into joining his forces.
are we in initiative?
No, not at the moment.
Yeah, I know it's up. I questioned it briefly too, and I was there. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna clear that real quick. Upon landing on the planet, the group elected for several things that needed to be done while they were here, including repairing and upgrading the ship, getting new clothes for your newly acquired ace pilot, Surat, and investigating the planet to see what kind of leads could be found on Commander Tannic or just the general political scene of Mandalore. During which investigation, the group stumbled upon a Mandalorian rite of passage, where a young Mandalorian was to be brought through a challenging rite to achieve A, adulthood, and B, a welcome status within one of the Mandalorian clans. They seem to have been selected by a relatively famous Mandalorian by the name of Talon of the clan Ordo, who shares a clan with the person who you have docked your ship with. You're the mechanic that you have currently got your ship maintaining being maintained at was it Taria? Was the name I believe I gave?
Believe that's right.
That
Something
sounds about
something
right.
something Ordo.
Yeah, Taria of Clan Ordo, I believe, is the mechanic.
Something something Ordo. Something something disgraced. Something something.
So, Talon of Clan Ordo.
Talon is the Mandalorian that you just met, and I
Yeah.
believe Taria is the mechanic.
Who
I
is
think that's
Tyria.
Tyria.
Tyria? Okay.
Yeah.
Missed it
Yeah,
by
Tyrion.
that much.
How many more T names will we find?
As many as you need.
Do we need
I can
any?
change my names from Surat.
Turas. Just invert it. Turas.
That'd be Tarus.
Tarus.
But met with Talon and just opted to follow to observe this rite of passage in which the young aspiring Mandalorian has the entire evening to journey into the forests around the capital city of Keldabe, find the largest beast they can, kill it, and bring back a trophy to represent their capability as a fully grown Mandalorian. And to bring honor to the clan they wish to join. While the rest of his friends and Talon were basically setting up a camp to wait and observe, the rest of the group decided to approach, and Shavod decided to take a flirtatious approach with Talon of Clan Ordo. And this was surprisingly well received. The touch of high society seeming to have sparked a nostalgic feeling in the Mandalorian mercenary, as she has the air of one who, prior to becoming Mandalorian, had the appearance and disposition of one who was formerly core world nobility. Who knows what history led her to joining the Mandalorians from that, but it did seem to strike a chord of home with her for some reason. As the two of them hit off a bit of conversation, the offer was made for your group to be welcome to join her for the evening for conversation and potentially business propositions, as she is one who is well versed in the environment of Mandalore and the potential goings on.
Oh, by the way, did we get paid for the colloquy nest?
You did. That's part of
Yes.
why the ship is being retrofitted.
On a fairly ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
200,000 credits.
And did
Yep.
that get split up? Or did it
Nope.
all get put in the ship?
It all it's currently it wasn't all put into the ship, but it is currently sitting in a big pile. Like
Cool.
digitally so.
Oh, and there's a broken starfighter that is mine.
Yeah. You picked up Surat, who was drifting in his broken Starsaber XCO1 starfighter, clamped the Starsaber to the top of the leatherback and dragged it along with you to Mandalore to be potentially fixed. So that you can maybe have a fighter escort.
Maybe.
Does anyone know who currently has track of how many credits you currently have as a pile?
I did not mark who spent what. Like, what was. I don't even know if anything has been actually spent on the repairs yet.
I don't think so. I don't think we got that far.
So, yeah, it's just 10,000 or 200,000.
The reason I ask is because I have things to buy while we're here.
Yeah. I bought a bunch of poisons and stuff, but that was all my own money.
So yeah, we have the 200,000. We have 200,000 from that job. We have 10,000 that was never actually divvied up that I know of from the spice, the job before.
Correct.
And 5,000 in trophies from that one as well.
Yeah, we gotta find a buyer for those. Now, I did start repairing the Starfighter, I believe.
Yes,
Did
but
you get costs for that?
you were able to do that using spare parts from the leatherback.
Exactly.
Because you managed to roll high enough and get a triumph that you could use.
Yeah.
And this was okay. So
I also have that ability thing.
Yeah.
This was okay. So this was all pre-Surat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This should be it's 35,000. I want to say. Yep. 35,000 credits a piece if we split it up evenly, plus the 5,000 in trophies that we have not fenced yet.
You could also just keep it in a massive pile in the party notes for providing a few like however many credits are needed.
Well, yeah, that's what I had been doing, and then.
No, I was asking because I didn't know.
Right.
Because the things that I need to buy are expensive.
Which is, so do we want to divvy it up?
You guys want to divvy it up or leave it in a big pile to pull from as needed?
I mean, I'm fine with leaving it in a big pile. I just needed to know who was keeping track of it.
Okay. I am currently keeping track of it, but I know me, and I know that especially because working during this, if somebody says in the middle of game, okay, I'm spending this much, I'm not going to write it down.
Can we just put it in the party doc?
I'm going to put it in party notes. Yeah.
I was going to say I would recommend putting it in party notes just for ease of access.
Yep.
Big party fund 235K, I think is the current count.
210.
250.
Yeah.
215.
If we divide it by 8 and give the ship 2 shares for like to cover ship costs, that's even. That's an even 25,000.
With 50 for the ship?
Yeah.
That works for me.
For 200,000 divided by 8.
Anyone
It's
not
210,000.
Oh, is it?
Because there's the 10,000 from the original one.
Well, that messes up my math, Jeremy.
So that's
put the
2,000.
Put the extra 10 towards the ship. We'll get a latching arm so we can hold the starfighter, and we can put a what do we have right now? We have a dorsal cannon, right?
Dorsal, fully rotating. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's put a ventral on there. That way, 2 of us can get out there and shoot stuff.
I'm putting 210,000 party credits in and 5,000 in trophies, and
we'll figure it
whatever
out from
happens from there, y'all figure it out.
Yep.
All right, chaos.
Fair.
Yeah, the big thing is some of you are less money intensive than others.
Yeah.
And some of you are more money intensive in ways that affect the entire party. Looking at you, Nib, and most of your money goes into the ship.
Yeah.
Also medical.
Yeah. Also medical.
Oh yeah. Actually, can we just earmark that 5,000 for an actual Bacta tank?
Pre-Bacta.
Wait, did we get one? We already bought one.
Yeah, I believe a Bacta tank has been purchased at this point.
Yes.
Well,
We do have a Bacta tank now.
with Colto, but yeah.
Yeah, Colta tank. Yeah.
Close enough. Off-brand
No,
back
it's-
to tank.
No, not
It's-
close enough.
It's the exact same thing. It just went through a brand name shift somewhere between the Old Republic and the current era.
Exactly.
But
it is-
nobody,
but it-
nobody's buying any of these canisters of new Colto.
Yeah. It is the exact same substance. It functions the exact same way. I don't know why they changed the name.
Well, strictly speaking, it was to sort of convey a sense of old versus new, in that technically Bacta is in storyline is more efficient and like does
Bacta
a
is
little bit
magic
more.
blue juice and Colto is magic green juice. That's the difference.
Yes, pretty
Yeah,
much.
absolutely. Narratively, though, there is a difference.
Yeah,
And
like
so there will be preferences.
Yeah.
And which one is sold more marketed more effectively. And yeah.
Yeah, like narratively, Bacta is more efficient, and the fact that you can find it in more than just one planet in the galaxy made it easier to like harvest. But it also wouldn't really be a like major export for a while.
I mean, y'all can say whatever you want about the marketability of Bacta. I still think Betamax tanks heal better.
That's just because you can fit the entirety of Betamax in it, and that's
I will never forgive the consumers of the 80s
for killing
for
Betamax.
going with VHS over Betamax.
I mean, for honestly, for so many things.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah. Also, Reagan. Also,
Yeah.
Reaganomics. Also, fucking materialism in general. Also, if I keep going, I'm just going to get sad. So let's move on.
Wait, did you put us in the turn order tracker because something popped up out of the jungle after the young one went hunting?
No, you had not been
okay.
attacked by a beast.
No, not attacked, but just get prepared to. That's what I was like, wait a minute, is that why we were in a turn order?
That was happening. That was kind of.
Oh, was it? Hang on, that might be.
Yeah,
I have. It's been
Because
weeks.
what happened was the guy wandered off into the jungle, and then Sheva sidled up and started talking. And at some point, we were like, "Why don't we adjourn to someplace more comfortable?" And she's like, "Well, technically, I need to be here for when the guy stumbles out of the jungle half dead." And I was like, "Well, do you? We could take a break." And I think that was the point of why we have a turn order. Anyway, that's me.
It was something like that.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering why I'm in this turn order.
Why I'm here.
The downside is episode 11 is not on YouTube yet, so I can't check the back end.
Fuck! I knew forgot something.
Beep, 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 beep.
I couldn't check the tapes. It's all right.
I like the idea that I'm just not there at all and just am somewhere else entirely while y'all are having whatever is going on.
That's up to you. You can either not be there at all, or you could have just rolled up with the rest of the group that was at the ship.
I feel like I'm somewhere at a marketplace bargaining for parts.
I mean, yeah, that does absolutely make
because
sense.
I've got a suit of armor to put together and a lightsaber to finish repairing / upgrading.
Oh. So, actually, real quick, let's go ahead and cut to that.
Yeah. Well, buy time to figure out what monster you're throwing at them.
Yeah.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, yeah, the last thing from last episode, as this pulled it up on Twitch, was everyone freaking out about how this flirting was actually working. Okay, so yeah, but pan the camera over to the markets of Mandalore, where honestly, Logair, you don't stand out that much.
That's fine.
Uh, like your aesthetic is kind of not matched by everyone else out here, but at least it vibes with the vast majority of the people who are wandering around out here right now.
Revenites are cool like that.
I mean, it helps that Revan was primarily known for the Mandalorian mask that they wore.
Yep.
But as you wander the markets, what are you looking for in particular?
So I'm looking for materials that I need to construct my own power armor. And if I find those materials in unique composition that adds additional effects to the armor, then I will happily see if we can afford it. But I need 4,500 credits worth of materials to create the armor myself. And then I also need another. Actually, I need to look up and see how much the linked modification is for a lightsaber hilt, because I need 150 credits of parts to build a effectively a dagger that's going to attach to the bottom of my lightsaber, and that I can whip out as a surprise. I need 2,500 credits worth of stuff to apply the superior personalization to my primary hilt. And then I will need to find some sort of crystal to function for the Shoto hilt that's going to be attached to the other side. So somewhere in the ballpark of like 10,000 credits for the parts.
Yep. So go ahead and if you would like, give me a just give me a flat negotiation diff 2. Not a lot, Holly. We basically just got finished through with the recap.
I'm gonna spend a light side point to upgrade it.
Also, you're muted, and just so you know.
Totally
Holly?
knew that. Thank you.
Holly's never muted.
I mean, to be fair, most of the time when we can't hear Holly, it's not because she's muted.
Correct. It's usually because she's not talking into the mic.
Don't make me come through that screen.
4 advantages. No successes or failures.
With just a flat pile of advantages. I will say that you are able to find what you're looking for. The prices are pretty standard. But as far as special materials, you are this is a period long before, because like Mandalorian iron only becomes scarce in the aftermath of Mandalore's destruction. This is a period long before that. So Mandalorian iron is expensive, but it's not impossible to buy. I will say that you are able to, especially because of the positive disposition that Mandalore currently has towards the Empire, and your seeming imperial appearance.
And also, I'm an armorer.
You are able to acquire. You will be able to, for an extra, I'm gonna say, 1,000 credits. You will be able to acquire enough material to make your power armor with a Beskar overlay that will allow your armor to ignore 1 point of the breach quality.
Done.
It's not entirely made of Beskar, so it won't function like full Mandalorian armor, but it is enough to overlay your armor to give it some resistance to lightsabers and things like that.
Hell yeah, done. Best car plated augmented armor. Yeah, and then the other parts and pieces are fairly easy to locate, and then happily I will take these parts back to the ship and begin welding things together.
Excellent. And as you return to the ship, completely ignoring whatever is going on outside with the rest of the crew,
Uh-huh.
we'll
They'll
bring
call
the
me.
camera.
They'll call me if they need me.
Yep. We bring the camera back over to where everyone else is at the edge of the forest. With the group prepping and having conversation as I believe the most recent bit of conversation was a suggestion to take the conversation elsewhere with Talon simply stating that she's happy to keep talking, but for the moment she does need to wait around to make sure that to either confirm that this youngling comes back alive or make sure that she gets confirmation of his death otherwise.
I'm pretty sure I'm just my jaw is still hanging open at how somehow um the worst flirting I've ever seen in my life worked.
Great.
My entire worldview of how this works is confused at this moment.
Oh, so
Beautiful thing.
for the update on the total, I don't have the party notes open, but that would have cost 11,000 credits.
Yeah, I think we all got to do it ourselves because otherwise it's going to get wildly confused.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can wait. We're not in any particular rush.
Surat's
I
still over
bet
by
you're not.
the rental.
So yeah, as conversation is had and drinks were passed out and snacks were passed out to most of the party, including the younger Mandalorians, Talon is just sort of holding the drink that was handed to her, sort of sipping it occasionally as she looks across the group. So, what exactly is it that brings your group to Mandalore?
How much am I going to tell her? Well,
I don't think we can debate that right now.
yep, we can't. Well, I think I'm going to introduce well, we are mostly here trying to see what can be done to outfit our ship a little better. We've gone through a couple of rough spots out there in hyperspace and want to make sure it's up to snuff. To be honest, we had to do a little bit of fast traveling from all of the instability that's happening with this whole the war flaring up situation. I'm gonna gauge kind of her reaction to things, I think. I'm not sure how, like, what in the um I don't know enough about Mandalorian politics to know if she might be on a side of what not Talon name that has escaped me.
Bad guys.
Yes.
All of the above.
Tannic.
Lebanon, Tannic. What Tannic is trying to do here. So I don't want to like stumble into that. But I am hinting at it.
So are you just trying to avoid answering that question with small talk?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me negotiation.
Okay.
Diff 3. She's a shrewd person.
All right. We've got loads of light side points. Let's use one of them. I'll upgrade. Negotiation.
Yep.
Damn. Nope.
So
No
you
successes.
you start, but fortunately you get 3 advantages, even if they
Yeah.
don't necessarily apply. But
Mhm.
they do at the very least. I mean, the failure is positively disposed, which means as you sort of try and deflect with small talk, she sort of fixes you with a look, and I gather that your purpose is at least somewhat secretive from the way you're trying to dance around the conversation, but if you'd like my help, I am going to have to know at least something of what you're looking for.
What are we looking for again?
Above table, you're looking for info on Commander Tannic and what he's doing around here, where he's gone, what's happening with his attempts to gather Mandalorians.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah. We are. I don't. Quick question. How they're. I mean, this is a group of people who are gathered for a thing. How quiet is this conversation? I want to like drop it down so only she's hearing this.
That's easy enough to do.
Okay.
The other
Cool.
Mandalorians are not quiet people.
All
Yeah.
right. I'm gonna risk this because if she's not gonna be, if she's,
Do
then
you mind if
yeah.
you want if you want to do the explanation? That's totally fine. But if not, seeing how clearly not
Oh yeah.
certain
Mhm.
Shavad is about this, I think Lysandra's gonna be like, do you know a Tannic?
The Republic General looking to recruit Mandalorian forces? Yes, I've heard his name.
Do you have any idea why he's doing that?
Well, aside from wanting to gather some of the best forces in the galaxy to his side rather than to his enemy's side, I would suspect he's trying to gear up for some kind of major operation, though no one who hasn't already signed on seems to be aware of what that might be.
What if, completely hypothetically, I mean, entirely theoretical, um he wasn't per se specifically solely working for the good of one side?
Then I would have to say that he's probably a shrewd business person because, quite frankly,
Of course he would respect that.
most of the money in this galaxy is being made off of the fight between these two governments. That said, I'm not really here for shrewd business. I'm here to do a job when I get paid for it, so I couldn't really care less.
I was going to say, what if the situation, again, entirely hypothetically, was we have two particular individuals, one on each side, who are kind of working towards the same goal, and they might both conceivably hire Mandalorians to do it. And then they're going to end up in conflict with each other over a thing where they're both sides are kind of working towards the same thing. Hypothetically, how does being a pawns feel like?
Well, I would think a great number of Mandalorians would see no issue as long as everyone's being paid. Though I myself, I'm not quite fond of being paid to essentially fulfill nothing in a pointless war,
Particularly under false pretenses.
especially under false pretenses.
And if it wasn't hypothetical,
I would say that the two involved certainly have an eye for war profiteering, but that I would rather not be involved in any of it.
cool. You want to help us by getting involved in it?
We're trying to get some evidence of this. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, theoretically.
In this particular hypothetical, I would assume that your Republic side agent is this Commander Tannic, who is attempting to recruit Mandalorians to his cause. Would you have a hypothetical Imperial component to this conversation?
Hypothetically, it would be I don't know, if I were just to name a random Darth who might be involved in this, without any evidence to support that. Darth Akris?
That is a name that has a bit of reputation, though not enough that I'm terribly familiar with her, considering she hasn't operated near Mandalore in some time.
I hate her. She's awful.
For Craig's benefit, the Rebellion era equivalent of the XCO1 is actually written into the hull typing class on the starship sheet. It is the equivalent of it is the equivalent of an R41 Star Chaser.
I knew it was somewhere around. Okay. I'm back at the ship working, so I'm not directly involved in this convo, correct?
I believe you were dragged out here by
Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
had me drive, so I drove.
Right. Yeah,
well, you planned to drive, and I said no. You're not driving.
Yeah,
either.
you came out here once you were told that Rocco's old partner was out here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, then I'm probably chilling back in the rental with.
Yeah, me too. Just
yeah.
sitting in the driver's seat, just going.
Rocco's
not
probably
being
there
part
as
of that.
well.
I think at this point I've gotten bored enough that I'm like under the hood,
tinkering with the rental.
Yeah.
And I'm going to carry on a conversation. Anything good in there and that type of stuff.
It's always the thing with these they always want to make sure that there's redundancies, but I mean they really don't need them, right? I mean this thing's gonna work just fine, and I mean we could probably use them for that starfighter of yours. So I'm just going through and cannibalizing anything that is not purely necessary for the operation of this speeder.
And I'm letting them.
That's how we die.
I was about to say, you are cannibalizing a rented Mandalorian speeder.
I come from a culture that prioritizes sharing.
You're not on that planet, sir.
Hey,
Try this will be fun.
not the dumbest thing he's ever done.
I mean, I'm gonna, joking aside, I'm legit going through and looking for things that won't be missed unless somebody with an expert eye goes over this every time it gets returned.
You mean like the mechanic whose shop was directly outside the place where you rented the speeder from? Who your ship is currently in?
Yeah, we didn't rent it from her, right?
You rented it from the speeder place that's right outside her place that is meant to get transport.
How about this? I'm gonna make a willpower roll.
I'm sure they won't check the brake lines. It's fine.
Can I make just a willpower roll?
I can drive it anyways. Pilot it.
That would be a discipline roll, I believe.
Yeah, discipline. Okay. All right, I won't. It makes sense. I think that he would realize that. I am. You know what? He's still bored. He's gonna go and see if he can soup it up a little bit.
That one more you can get away with.
Nobody would mind if it works better when it comes back.
Yeah, absolutely. No one's going to complain
Just-
about it being improved. Just make sure you
Just
actually improve
tell
it.
them.
Yeah.
So they're
Oh.
not like, oh, this is a totally normal bike with a completely normal acceleration spread, and then it's
hit
a
that-
forest planet, so they're definitely hitting a tree.
You hit that new button that I installed right next to the emergency brake. Ooh, baby. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Gladly test it out for you.
While Nib is tuning up the rental car.
Yeah. Theoretically, I would not mind if somebody actually held this person's head below water until they stopped flailing, is what I'm trying to say.
So I'm gathering. Well, I do certainly know enough people to help you start some conversations that could lead to what you're looking for. Though this kind of work typically doesn't run for free.
Of course not.
Obviously not.
It's a specialized service. What payment would you or these people be looking for?
Well, credits is always a viable option. Everyone answers to the call of money at some point. But there are other things that are equally or sometimes more valuable in trade. The In my particular case, being who I am and how I work, the number of connections I've got, a bit of dirt could never go wrong. All things considered. Tell you what, we will discuss monetary compensation another time, perhaps in private, once my potential recruit to Clan Ordo has completed their trial. But let's say that what I want other than credits, potentially alongside them, is a chance to I want to hunt and kill some of the finest warriors that both of these factions have to offer. And it sounds like, with two people trying to start this war up again, I will get that opportunity following you along.
From the driver's seat of the rental. I'm not one of the finest warriors. And goes back to chilling out.
We'll have to talk about that as a group.
Of course. Just understand that, and I believe that this Commander Tannic knows this as well, which is part of his game plan. One of the things that binds most Mandalorians together is the thrill of the hunt and the challenge of a dangerous foe. the more dangerous your enemies are, the more likely a Mandalorian is willing to play.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware.
But of course, if you wish to talk amongst yourselves, feel free to do so. I'll be waiting here until my new recruit has finished his hunt.
Okay.
Of course. This seems like it's going to take a while. We'll
We got a
get
few
back with
hours.
you. I'm going to try and move off so we can discuss. Can you call Ulgair? He
Yeah.
didn't answer the phone last time.
I mean, he didn't answer the last time before that, and the time before that, and the time before that, when we were shouting into the communicator, hey, there's someone on the ship that might be trying to kill you. So it's a crapshoot, but we can always try.
That's why I suggested you. He seems to be avoiding my calls.
Why? What did you do?
I missed these updates.
Nothing. I just.
No. This is what when we were on the other planet when not Acris, the other
Lord Valnorith.
Valnorous
Yeah.
was on the planet.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
possibly wandering through the ship. We didn't know.
Gotcha.
But you were meditating at the time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Listen, I just did some interior decorating, and you think he'd appreciate that, but
Did you piss him off with how
I
you
don't know.
decorated?
No.
Yeah, see, you had to have done something else. Anyways, let's go back to the.
He's just.
Well, he's what?
He's anyway. We should discuss this.
Yes,
as a group.
let's get back to where everybody is, and contact Ulgair, see if he responds. To get back to where you guys all are.
Yeah.
Head back to the speeder. That's a slight distance off. Nib is halfway buried under the hood, making adjustments.
Hey, they're coming back.
Oh. Hey, did the kid finish his hunt already?
No, that's going to be a while.
Oh, okay.
We need to talk strategy planning. Hit the communicator, Commander.
Yep.
Okay, good. You're alive.
Was that in question?
Always.
You've just been real quiet.
It's always in question.
I'm just working on stuff.
I get
right.
it.
So
Nib just sort of nods knowingly. Yeah.
So we talked to this Mandalorian. There's a lot of weird context to that and past history with. It's not relevant. It maybe isn't relevant. I don't know if it's relevant. Anyways, the point is, I'm sure it's fine. We kind of filled her in hypothetically over what we're doing here.
Did you do the whole hypothetically, adding hypothetically to every explanation as if that actually makes it? It doesn't, though.
It worked in this instance.
Thank you. It works with the right people. Sometimes I do it because I know we've already lost the negotiation, so I might as well just to annoy them. In this case, it worked. Anyways.
Not the annoying them.
Yeah.
The other thing.
Yes. So her name's Helen, might be willing to go get some answers for us. It's going to cost us credits and her coming with us.
Go get some answers for us regarding what?
She can get us ins with the
Panic.
yes. What he's doing on this planet, how.
Right.
No one seems to know why yet. Or not why, but exactly what he's going to be asking them to do.
Specific mission parameters in this case.
It's going to be hard to get any other way. She's an in.
I mean, we could
A friendly in.
get recruited ourselves.
I'd like to
With
stay
the-
out away from Republican things,
Oh,
please.
right. Surat. Forgot.
I would also like to stay away from Republican things, also Republic things.
Also, he's recruiting Mandalorians. I mean, unless you want to go the full, I don't know, route, but I've seen
Those outfits are not flattering. I'm not interested.
How much of the Beskar is obvious? No, you're just by overcomms.
Yeah, you're so complicated right now, currently. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Sorry,
well,
y'all. I'm tired.
It's
I apologize.
Yeah, and this is
good.
this is the audio comlinks, not the hold up a watch and a hologram of me up here as comlinks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think it's a good idea, sounds good to me. That sounds like you think it might not be a good idea.
I have concerns.
Such as?
The bigger we get, the less the more visible we get.
I mean,
The more people involved in outside
Look,
organizations, honorable or not, that we get, the more likely we are going to bring the wrong attention down upon our heads.
yes.
We can't save the galaxy if we're dead.
Correct.
Thus, I have concerns.
You have explained that you have explained why you have concerns, but not what the concerns are yet. Is the concern that this person isn't subtle? Is that this concern is that this person doing their investigation at all is going to backlash on us? What is like the more specific aspect of working with this person concerning?
Exactly if we add more people, particularly somebody from an outside organization, which means that they're going to have to it's more avenues for information to get out.
Right. Okay. That's
my concern.
I'll do my best to not be that problem being a new guy to the team.
You're not associated with anybody. That's we know of. That's my. You're less of a concern that way.
Okay.
I mean this in the nicest possible way, Surat. You don't scare me in any way, shape, or form.
You don't scare me.
Oh, good. My driving has been good.
You don't scare me in any way that matters.
This might not be a terrible time to do a little bit of a round gundock around the table. Anybody have any associations? I mean, Sandra, Bulgaria, no offense, you'll kind of wear yours on your sleeve. Kind of
former associations, but yes.
Well, sure. I mean, I would assume most of us don't got any, that. But again, can't hurt to ask.
100%.
Kind of puts a hand down on the Rocco's dome and says, Rocco here through no fault of their own, but we all know has some past associations. I myself got some business that I'd rather leave behind in cartel space. So just putting that out there. Laying all my Sabak chips on the table here.
What specific?
I was a let's say less than voluntary employee of the Garensla cartel for a period of time, and I unilaterally terminated that employment. So we probably
Did
want to
they know
watch
you
it.
did? Did they
Honest-
agree with the fact that you did?
Well, they agree with the fact that I ain't there no more.
I-
If we steer clear of Garensla space, it shouldn't crop up. But again, I'm not trying to hide nothing here. So,
Fair.
but
And I'm just trying to hide from both Republic and Empire.
there we go. So,
I
it
can
kind
stay
of
out of sight.
looks over at you, sort of smiles and says, "So there we go. So we just got to avoid the two largest political powers in the galaxy, and we're totally
No,
fine, right?"
no. I have to avoid it.
Well,
No,
yeah,
so do we.
yeah, and I mean, hey, part of the ship, part of the crew.
Still learning that one.
Like, I understand you definitely do, but and I point to the communicator and then to myself, we do as well.
Yeah.
Because former doesn't carry a lot of weight when you're on the wrong side of this conflict.
Yeah.
Nope. Yep. Understood.
Shavad, you've been real quiet.
I'm being blackmailed by someone.
Okay. All right.
That's not fun.
They're like legitimately like surprise, but not like offended surprise on Yib's face.
There is
okay.
a look of zero surprise from Lysandra.
I mean, to be clear, not that Shavad is
Right.
being blackmailed, but that they confessed to it.
Yeah, fair.
Okay. Wow. Gotta be honest, didn't think you was gonna come out and say it. Okay, you know what? That's who do we gotta steer clear of?
Great question.
Thanks. You're not gonna answer, are you?
I mean,
I don't know exactly.
If you're gonna answer, or who's blackmailing you?
Yes.
Just points.
Little bit of column A, little bit of column R, a little bit of column Besh. All right, I get it.
How are you being blackmailed if you don't know who's blackmailing you?
Pam contacts me. And
Yeah.
Wait, I am so sorry. That came through, at least on my end, as Pam contacts me. Unless you're being blackmailed by
Cam
okay,
with the
okay.
C. Yeah.
Okay.
K is CAM.
That's
Cam
better.
contacts
I heard
me.
Ham contacts me, so I'm glad we cleared that up.
To be clear, that's also wrong. It's Cam KAM.
Oh, is it? Did I spell it differently?
Fair enough.
Okay, that's very fair.
I'm definitely here for this everything everywhere all at once reboot where there's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
a
yeah.
ham blackmailing you.
Beautiful.
I
I
mean,
definitely
I'm
have
here
it
for this
C
Archer
in my
crossover where
backstory, so
Pam is blackmailed.
that's fine. I don't.
Sploosh.
It's not that big of a deal.
And if you don't pay up, sploosh, but not the sexy kind.
Oh,
Where does this come from? Cam contacts me and wants information, which I'm very good at gathering. And I provide. I have suspicions, but they are just that.
So
I'm working.
if we kill this Cam person, does the blackmail go away?
Probably.
we're working
Cam-
on that possibility.
like out of character. I apologize.
Mhm.
It's been we've been playing this campaign for a little while. We've had some breaks, and also, like I said, I apologize. I am tired.
Yep.
It's been a long week. Have we met Cam?
No.
No.
Okay.
No,
All right.
Cam has only ever communicated with Shavad and over
Okay.
private channels with encryption.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Good. I feel better about that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Separately, I've just read in this book that I'm looking through for information that there's such a thing as a vibrorang. You
Yeah,
can
it's
have
a
a
boomerang.
vibroblade boomerang.
That
Just-
seems bad.
That is not where. That's where my mind went second. That is not where my mind went first.
That's
Yeah.
why I extended the sentence out so that I could clarify what.
Right.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Vibroblade boomerang.
No, I suspect.
Batteries ran out. Oh, sorry.
You know how I got these scars? Drops pants.
You suspect?
I suspect
Lots of
that
things.
Cam is part of some of what we've been looking into with Surratt, but I'm not entirely sure.
Do we do you have a
With me?
description
For doing
of
what?
Cam?
No. I don't know. It might be one of my clients.
I didn't know you before. What do you mean looking with Surratt?
Oh, not Surratt. Sorry. That's my bad.
Panic.
Panic. There we go. That
Oh, you
that
scared
is the
me.
word I meant to use. Sorry. That's my fault.
I thought I was in trouble again, yet again, and again.
No.
Okay.
No, you are. Anyway. Yeah, there's just not a lot of leads on it, so I'm figuring that out.
Right.
I think getting more information is going to help with that, which is why. Look, she's right there. She's offering help. All she
Wait,
wants
is she
is to
standing
be
in
able
earshot while
to
you're
get
talking
the
to me?
chance.
No.
What? No.
Okay.
No, we stepped away. She's staring off into the
A
forest,
ways
waiting
away.
for
Yeah.
I don't know, some
Alright.
monster.
Sorry, you
to
said
come
right
back.
there, and I'm not there, so I don't have eyes on the situation.
No, he
Legit.
could be here.
Good question.
I'm currently elbow deep in some power armor, so I can't be there right now.
Mm.
It's the least fun way you could have ended that sentence.
Just for you.
Right now? Okay. That doesn't sound good or bad. Indifferent on the fun.
Look, all she's asking for is the chance to get to kill a lot of people, which seems right up that seems perfect for our purposes because frankly, I'm not great at killing people.
I'm not either. Decent driver, though.
See, that's two of us. And then we get in a fight and what? Rocco's just going to
No. You know what? Yeah, I see what you're saying. Maybe I mean it wouldn't hurt to have, the extra muscle. I mean,
Backup.
I know we got two light side. And I mean, out of everybody that we've got with us, it seems like a lot of folks got bones to pick with a lot of different factions. Maybe
It's
let's just
also-
make sure that the Tannic doesn't got the same. Talon.
Talon.
The Talon doesn't got the same.
Talon also might have more answers.
Sure. I mean, it seems like she's on the up and up if she's taking out, baby Mandos to go hunting.
She does seem to be well respected.
I mean, that's a
That
that's a
doesn't
cultural
mean
thing. It doesn't
anything.
really mean anything as far as working with us.
Well, no, but I mean, in terms of I'm just saying back
It's a
home,
good-
you don't entrust the younglings to somebody who's
Yes.
apt to losing younglings all over the
back
place.
home-
Exactly.
Back home, you entrust the younglings to people that ritualistically dismember and murder the younglings. So back home can be very different for different people.
Okay, I think this
Wait.
is
For you?
Yeah, that
Sith
doesn't.
Lord.
No.
Okay. I just was gonna say because if you were talking about us, then I was gonna say it.
Yeah,
Looking over
no.
like it, exchanging like significant looks with
The
Strahd.
point-
I was gonna say you got some very wrong-headed ideas
The point there
about
is
how we do
that-
things back home.
The point there is that different cultures do different things. Just because they are trusted with the younger members of the culture doesn't mean they're to be trusted.
true.
Okay. I mean, ours
I-
is corporate world.
I by the time I was 13, I'd already killed 7 people. Okay, just
Yeah, I mean,
Me too, but it was an accident. Oh,
mine
sorry.
was
I get.
intentional.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We're gonna come back to that. I mean, I get that, and I understand that you're coming at this with your own particular like cultural baggage, but
Who do the
forgive me if
Mandalorians
this is
largely
less.
align with?
Uh, do they really?
Yes.
Are we
I
killing kids by? Are we killing other kids by 7 out here? I mean, it's just like I don't want to be culturally insensitive or nothing, but that is kind of fucked up, right? It's
I
just
pulled the
looking
wrong
around
number.
for
I
yes,
somebody
it's
that
fucked
apologize.
up, and it's fucked up, and it's why we're no longer there.
Yeah. Hence X. Yeah.
Right, right. No, that's what I'm saying. But I just, again, if that's what's going on here, you're right.
She's
Uh,
off.
I don't think it's what's going on here. I'm just call me
suggestion-
paranoid. But in addition to all the stuff that I mentioned about potentially bringing more attention to us and so on, there's the Rocco connection.
Yeah, I mean, there's that
what's the
as
Rocco
well.
That seems
connection?
awful coincidental.
Rocco, do you want us to do
Sorry.
this?
I jumped into this conversation.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've had to deal with other stuff going on. What is
We're-
happening?
We're currently debating
Taking on a passenger.
Talon.
name. God damn it.
Talon?
Talon
Right?
has offered to like get us ins into the Mandalorian Society, get ins into who Tannic is recruiting and get some answers. In exchange, she wants credits, some unknown amount, and then also to come along with us and have the opportunity to murder very like skilled warriors, basically.
She wants
and
to
we're
she wants to come us and have a
currently
good fight.
yeah, we've currently stepped away from that so we can talk privately, and we are debating what to do about that.
Yeah.
Called back to the
Current major
vessel.
factors of discussion are how many children has Talon killed, and also given the fact that you and Talon, used
Have a
to
history.
used to work together, is that something that you're comfortable with, sweetie, or not? I gotta say, mine kind of hinges on the child murder thing.
I mean,
Well,
also the concerns about the more people we bring on with outside connections, the more that brings attention.
Yep.
Like
yeah,
there's a lot of stuff
Like-
that's been raised.
Lysander started with that one. I got distracted by the child murder. Sorry, Lysander.
No, you're the
Also, to be clear, the child murder that's referring to the practices of the Sith. I don't know enough about Mandalorian culture specifically. I'm pretty certain they don't do that, but I'm also pretty certain
There
that if a
is
child
currently-
dies, they don't really care. I think it's sort of a either you survive on your own or you die mentality.
there is currently no evidence or blaring suspicion that there has been child murder in this
I don't see a
situation.
mountain. I don't see a mountain that they ritualistically chuck babies off of, but that could be on the other side of the planet.
Then what's the guy doing in the forest? Isn't
He's
that kind
heck
of ritual?
undergoing a rite of passage. That's normal.
Nah, I'm shutting up.
Looks at Rocco.
Rocco will respond. Personally, I would like to spend some more time with her and talking to her. I think she could be of use. She's far more useful than the thing that oh my gosh, what's your character, Jeremy? I forgot everyone's name.
Lysandra.
Lysandra.
Far more useful than the pet Lysandra brought on.
And far more potentially dangerous.
Yes.
Is he there or is he with the ship?
With the ship.
It would be hilarious if he's there because he doesn't speak binary.
He doesn't understand me anyway. I personally would like to have her, but I understand if other people are uncomfortable or think it may bring dangers. Also, the answer to child murder is 12.
What? Wait, how old were you? Never mind. You know
Wait,
what,
hang
sweetie?
on.
It's okay.
Wait, I need to
wait,
know
has
the
she-
specifics around that
Yeah,
question.
are you saying that she's killed 12 children, or that she was 12 when she killed someone, or
Rocco
Or that
just
you killed 12 children?
Rocco rolls away.
Sweetie, we talked about this. We talked about saying something ominous and then leaving. It's not as cute as you think it is, sweetie.
That
Also,
wasn't
it's
ominous. That was just a statement.
less ominous, more confusing, honestly.
Yes.
It's vague. I think that's a yes from Rocco.
That sounds like.
That yes might turn other people's yeses into nos, though.
I mean, everybody's on board. Then cool.
I think it's a risk. And then she's going to be on a ship with very easy access to sort of hatches into the vastness of space readily available.
I mean, are you gonna wrestle the Mandalorian into the airlock?
Hopefully not.
You know they have a Mandalorian's idea of a good time is getting into a battle pit with 3 other Mandalorians and a bare piece of steel and seeing which one of them comes out alive, right?
Oh, I think there's other things she's going to be more interested in with me, but you have fun with her in your own way.
Look, Commander, I have had my worldview broken in this moment
There.
because I
Let it
just
settle
witnessed
in.
the worst flirting ever. And she was in, which makes me trust her less, to be frank. I don't believe that anybody really is into it when that happens. So that lends an aura of dishonesty as far as I'm concerned. Just saying.
It felt like there was more to that than I think you just give me an update, I guess.
A little bit.
Just had to tell somebody.
Yes.
Just let's see how it goes. We'll partner with her while we're here. She has inroads. If this becomes a situation where we need to flee, then we're going to flee this planet. And we'll go from there. But this is a concrete inroad into the situation that I frankly was getting nowhere else on this planet. Granted, hasn't been that long here, but I don't know how much more time we're going to have to spend. And meanwhile, that gives Yib so much more time to add so many unnecessary things onto the ship.
Hey, you put wall hangings. What are you talking about? Unnecessary things.
It's called the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Called
atmosphere is
interior
the
decorating.
You know what else provides necessary atmosphere? The life support systems that I had to pull one of your tapestries out of because it got sucked into the ventilation shaft the second I turned them on.
It sounds like I'm
The
not needed in this
pressure was too
conversation
high.
anymore, and I just click off my
Yeah,
comm mic.
no, you can go.
It's at about that time
Yep.
that you hear the sounds of blaster shots and the hissing and roaring of some very large creature beginning to stagger its way through the tree line.
I'm gonna turn and look, but I'm not getting closer to that. I'm
Nope.
gonna, if anything, sort of take a step behind Nib.
You turn and look, and you see sort of crashing and stumbling around the tree line is this very large, like 6-limbed crustacean creature. Massive, like dusky brown moving to like vine green hide. These big, enormous, scything limbs thrashing and flailing about. It almost looks like a crab if it had 6 limbs and a neck that like extended out and up and then led to like this back swept head plate and this mouth full of ginormous fangs.
Mm.
Nib, hurry up, finish. I gotta close it. We gotta have this vehicle ready to move.
Snapping and thrashing at the Mandalorian figure currently with one arm wrapped around its neck and a blaster pistol currently pressed into its cranium, firing repeatedly as he tries to drill a
Yeah.
hole into this thing's head by repeated blaster fire.
Nib,
He's got it. He's
faster.
got it. He's got it. I am back under the hood though. Look at him. He's got it.
A few moments pass, this thing crashes into a nearby tree, staggers back and forth, and then eventually the one of the crashes into a tree causes the Mandalorian to drop his blaster pistol. But he reaches onto the back of his belt and pulls out a knife that immediately begins to emit this low hum as he turns on the vibro knife and just drives it into the crater that he had smoked out with the repeated blaster shots. The thing staggers and spasms for a minute and then eventually collapses, all of its limbs sort of splaying out across the ground as the Mandalorian, covered in the blood of his prey, sort of steps off, staggering a little bit from the amount of blunt force trauma he's probably taken over the course of that fight.
That means we're taking 2 of them on, aren't we?
I think
No.
that's
Beyond no.
proof, says the Mandalorian before staggering over to his friends, who clap him on the shoulder and start cheering.
Told you we had it.
Talon over to one side.
Yep, definitely right.
An Acklay is an impressive beast to bring down on your own on your very first solo hunt. I think that is more than proof that you are worthy to join Clan Ordo should you desire it, young one. The young Mandalorian separates from his friends for a minute and drops to a knee. It would be my honor. Talon turns and looks. Then rise, Vrask of Clan Ordo. And the young man stands and just holds up a fist. For Clan Ordo and Mandalore.
Yay.
She nods and pulls out of a pouch on her belt a small symbol and just sort of thrusts it into his hands. Take that to one of the local armorers and have it fit to your new armor. You're welcome to join the camps of Clan Ordo whenever you so desire. You and your friends go back to town for a drink. I've got some conversations to have. The group of young Mandalorians, one of them now having passed their right into adulthood and having been welcomed into a relatively famous Mandalorian clan, begin to make their way back into Keldabe. As Talon turns and makes her way back over to your group.
Incoming.
So, now that my job here is done, have you had your consensus?
We have.
And?
It's great working with you.
Excellent. Shall we retire somewhere slightly more private to discuss details?
Absolutely.
There's room.
Headed back to your ship?
Y'all can have the back seat.
Sure. Sounds good.
What is the black die? It's a drawback die, or is it something else?
Setback.
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 for reference, any of you who have seen the Star Wars movies probably know what an accolade looks like if you've seen the second movie, or well, episode 2 technically. But for
they're the big green crab things.
Yep, for visual reference for those who do not recall or have not seen. But yeah, so you all retire back to the ship. When the group of you make your way back into the open space that the Leatherback is currently docked into, Talon waves to Tyria, who waves back. Two members of Clan Ordo who seem to know each other. And your group boards the Leatherback, where are you headed to have a conversation?
Probably the leatherback, right? I mean,
I
What
might
part of the leatherback?
I might suggest that we're about halfway through.
I was gonna ask where you end up before we go to break.
On the ship, or do we want to try? I don't know. We could try to go to like, I don't know, someplace.
I mean, if you want to control the information, the ship's a great place.
Okay, that's fine. I think that'll work.
Okay.
I've made this place nicer, so I will allow this. We got like a lounge.
So
Yeah,
you all,
that would be a good place to do it.
so as you all meet up in the lounge of the Leatherback, that is where we'll go ahead and take our break. Whenever we take our break, you take yours. So sit up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Please enjoy these commercial messages.
Ooh.
And we're back. A dinosaur story.
Welcome back. So, you've all gathered in the lounge of the Leatherback. Talon has gathered a seat at a table, set her helmet on it, and is just sitting across from the group of you. So, what would you like from me? And we'll discuss what I would like from you.
Surratt doesn't know all the details, so he's just pointing at the others.
We want to figure out what Tanik's next moves are going to be.
I mean, and I can give you what I know about Tanik from before here, but I don't know enough specifically. But I know a little bit. So if that helps, let me know. I just don't know all the details on this.
All right. Well, as it so happens, a few of those that have been successfully recruited by Tanik for whatever his next major operation is do come from Clan Ordo. So, I should be able to get in a conversation with those unlucky mercs who have hired themselves out to his command, and you might
Yeah.
be able to find out a bit of what you're looking for off of them. As it turns out, only those who have hired on with him have been given any information about what this mysterious job he's hiring Mandalorians for even entails.
Probably to get them killed. But wait, that's just my experience with Tanik.
I mean, I don't doubt it, all things considered. Perhaps he's looking for a higher quality of soldier with his
True.
record of getting his men killed.
That's true. That would be good.
And then I'm not sure when we'll be interrupting some of his plans, but to make sure you get what you want out of this situation, we will eventually be doing that.
Of course.
I'm gonna enter dramatically at that point since I assume nobody created got me, just because it wasn't said. And
No, we
also,
would have gotten you.
and also, I like entering dramatically after
Okay, that's
after
fair.
everybody else has already started talking because I'm a Sith and thus dramatic like that.
Can we assume? Can we assume then that the actual specifics, sort of at least perhaps unbeknownst to our characters, is that you got the comm call at the same time everybody else did, and then intentionally waited outside the room to the coolest point to
100%.
walk in.
Absolutely, 100%.
You've been out there billowing your own cloak.
Yep. Well,
I'm just like,
Exactly.
there's a certain point because you probably have it down to a timed art that I just gesture to the door as you walk in.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I like that. That's very good.
That's so good.
especially because the armor he's wearing I haven't finished the mini yet, but he is wearing the new armor that he's put together. And so just to give you guys the players an idea of what it looks like. Hang on. I had an image there. It looks something like this. I'll put it in Slack. So the door slides open and this full armored, fully power armored Sith Lord walks through, cloak billowing behind slightly.
Glance over. Very snazzy, Commander.
Look down at the Mandalorian. I, the player, have now forgotten what he was about to say. Fuck.
sure,
ADHD.
it was.
Um,
Sure, it was
That's okay.
appropriately
We all,
dramatic.
we all forget what we were saying when we see pictures of Talon as well.
Yeah. Blah. Oh yeah. Our ultimate goal is to prevent Tarek from Tarek.
Panic.
Tannic.
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 None of us can remember his
Rhymes
name.
with panic.
Like
Yeah.
tannic acid.
Our ultimate goal is to prevent Tannic from succeeding in his objective of reigniting the war that has currently stalled. So, if you're looking
Tannics
for
and theoretically other people.
if you're looking for worthy enemies to put to your sword or blaster, eventually we will have to kill him.
Oh, he is known for nothing but his combat prowess. So yes, I did say his combat prowess, not his tactical acumen. I'm aware of the stories, the number of men's lives he throws away for victory.
Mm,
I think that would indeed be a worthy goal. Not to mention, I suspect, knowing the nature of your enemies, there will be more than a few lightsaber wielders who I might put to the test as well.
Only if you beat me to them.
Please. You Jedi and Sith have been fighting each other for a very long time, but you do it in such formal ways. The Mandalorians have mastered the art of killing someone with a laser sword.
I, funnily enough, belong to a group of people that follow someone that proved that statement wrong a few hundred years ago.
Revan was exceptional. The Mandalorian wars were almost boring before Revan led his coalition. It's good that you follow in his footsteps. Maybe this will be more exciting than I thought.
Right. It should be said. When you are going out getting information initially for people to make contact with us, it would be very bad to mention who we are.
I gathered as much. You all have the look of those who are on the outside of inner circles, shall we
That's the
say.
problem. We didn't used to be. We're on radars.
Very well. Secrecy is the watchword then.
We would appreciate it.
Well, if you're prepared to either make a strong impression or lay down a few credits, I think I should be able to get you where you need to go relatively quickly. The kind of people that we need to convince will answer either to money or to strength. It's just a matter of which one you feel like flashing.
Strength possibly raises a radar. Which one?
Spending lots of money also puts you on people's radar. Either
Also
one will.
true. In your professional opinion, which one would raise more?
On
Here.
Mandalore, neither really stands out. But if you're looking to draw the least amount of attention, bribing a Mandalorian rather than having to fight him doesn't mark you out as someone who can successfully fight a Mandalorian, which marks you as a person of interest to everyone.
If I understood that correctly, then money is the way to go if we want to stay low profile.
Pretty much.
Okay. Well, how much can we spare out of the funds?
How much is it going to take?
Knowing the idiots who take up this job, you probably won't be spending more than a few hundred. Mark out 500,000, I would say, as a bribery discretionary fund.
That is doable.
Yes. Remove that from the party credits here. I'm gonna remove that from the party credits.
Yeah.
And that's
Yep.
500.
Yep.
All right. Cool. There we go.
Now, I'll certainly be able to find the right idiots to introduce you to so that you can ask your appropriate questions and maybe find out exactly where you're headed next if you wish to follow him to interfere with his plans. I haven't been closely in those circles, but I have heard a rumor or two. No one outside of those who have been hired knows all the details, but it does sound like whatever he's hiring Mandalorians for, everyone who's been hired has wanted to check their suit for enviro seals. So wherever they're headed, probably a hostile planetary environment.
Great.
Well, I guess we ought to save some credits for vac suits, or at least has suits.
This suit is vacuum sealed.
Of course it is.
I can also modify anybody else's armor to be vacuum sealed if you want for less than it would cost to buy a full suit.
Like I have armor.
Yeah, if you have armor, that is. If you don't have armor,
I should get armor,
I can-
What do
honestly.
you want?
I can build you armor, and if I build it, it might be better than the armor you buy.
What do you want? I should stitch a hoodie onto my overalls?
I mean, if you think that would help.
No, I think I want an actual suit, thanks. I'm not gonna go
Yes.
plunk it around in armor. If I'm getting shot, things have already gone tits up.
I mean, and as long as I can, have someone repaint my suit's perfectly fine for
But
going out.
I can modify yours.
Nib goes from like irritated and sort of down about this whole thing to you mentioning repainting to like, huh?
Oh no. You started him.
Excellent.
You repaint his spaceship. I'll repaint his armor.
Even
Let's
better.
get some...
Even better. I just need a suitable canvas. Also a pair of quad lasers. Have we talked about this? Because before we head out, I'm just saying we got a perfectly good ventral bay
we are
that's
at a-
going to waste.
We're at a very good spot to get weapons for the ship.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Mandalore has weapons. I am surprised.
Well, you make these contacts, we will get supplied up.
We'll get kitted while they do legwork.
Also a good place to go shopping for mods, accessories, new gear if anybody needs it. And I can pick up a new array of droid parts, so I can get to work on Lifter again.
I'm never going to complain about an opportunity to pick up some more, add to our extremely cobbled together medical supply.
Yes. We go shopping.
If you literally above table though, if I make modifications to your stuff, I just to build things, I can build anything that you want. I can build any armor that you want at half price, not weapons. But
Cool.
if I modify your armor, I have a chance. If I modify any add-ons to your armor, I have a chance of improving your armor better than it is naturally. So
I'd love to get some armor because I'm very squishy and not good in a fight.
if anyone, if you want, I can between sessions I can look up some suggestions and send them to you and price it out.
Yeah.
I'm the pilot. Would I need to be armored?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
you won't always be in the ship, so
Yeah.
I'm playing the character's
yeah,
mentality.
yeah.
okay, yeah, fair
It's
enough.
very good to not. It's very good for the pilot to not get shot. So
Yes.
armor would be good.
We need you
We
to
can
be
also-
able to fly.
It's
can
fine.
also,
I can take over when they die.
Sweetie, you're right, but remember we talked about not saying those things out loud.
Oh no, I didn't want him to die.
Sweetie. It's okay. You're doing great. Do you want extra armor, sweetie? No, into the mic.
Sorry, if you have the time.
Sure, of course. There's nothing else I'd rather work on. We can also add some extra surprises in there if you want them.
Sure.
Okay. It probably
So
would
I'm
mean
gonna
I'd have a
get-
little less time to work on your new little brother. So
So I'm gonna get.
just so you know.
Gonna make
That's
Nibner a
okay.
Sith pain harness, and
In fact, now that I think about it, there are quite a few things I would like.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, no problem, sweetie.
Any opportunity to take your attention away from building other droids.
Yep.
That thing gets built, it's being shoved out the airlock.
I'm surprised it hasn't been already.
That's too obvious.
Yeah.
There was a significant and very successful sabotage campaign the first time.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful photos.
Okay. Yeah, I mean if we are shifting to sort of tabletop conversation, there is I think first priority is fixing the starfighter.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Which
think
is-
here is where you get one of the many instances that this game values of downtime.
Yeah.
Because
Woo!
it's gonna take a little bit for Talon to make arrangements with contacts. So you've got
Yes.
time to gather gear, make adjustments to your equipment, fix up your ship. So
Yeah.
whatever needs to get done, here is your major opportunity.
Cool.
If I recall, the actual fixing we haven't had the time to spend yet, but I did the rolls for it, and so we have the supplies and the successful rolls.
Yes, you have
Okay.
everything that you need. You just needed time, and here is time.
Yeah. And then on top of that, if we can track it down, I would suggest we as a group get replace the twin linked cannon that's in the ventral spot and put in matching quad lasers top and bottom, which would take 18,000.
sounds good to me.
Okay.
That gives both of us, we can put them in. If we spend
Quad lasers are 8,000. Wouldn't it be 16,000?
So it would, but if we spend the extra 2,000, we can have them linked, which means that if we don't have ideally we have somebody in both of them.
If you don't have someone in both spots,
Yeah.
they can still fire
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
So yeah, essentially like we'd fire with all of them, and the one that is not currently occupied would have a little bit of a penalty to it, but it could
Mhm.
still shoot. So
Makes sense.
yeah, I would humbly, given the amount of money that we have, I would suggest the 18,000 and we put in linked quad lasers,
Sure.
top and bottom. And then beyond that,
The Lysandra is staying over in the in the port cargo hold, right?
Correct.
We have the training area labeled over in the over in 14. We could potentially turn that into a dock. And so the starfighter could be in there.
14 or
So turn
14 and 13 basically.
Yeah, turn the 13 cargo bay into a dock, into a
Well, 13,
fighter.
13 and 14.
Yeah.
So it would be the starboard cargo hold and the lift. So we could just basically lock that off and launch the starfighter out of the lift.
I will say the starfighter is a bit big for that.
Is it what?
Yeah.
Okay. What size is it?
So the Gatrock is silhouette 4.
Yeah.
The Star Saber is silhouette 3.
Oh shit! Never mind.
It is barely smaller than you.
Well,
I
no,
thought it was
because
silhouette 1.
remember silhouette numbers. Silhouette numbers are dramatic. Silhouette 1 is a person. Silhouette
Yes.
2 is like a speeder. So like they're exponential grades. So 3 isn't slightly smaller. 3 is a lot smaller than 4.
Oh, it is. It is. It's much smaller. However, for a ship to be carried inside of another ship, it must be at least 2 silhouettes smaller.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the problem that we're bumping into, because I was just looking up those. So if we were silhouette 5, damn it.
If you were a slightly bigger ship, then you could, yes.
God damn
Is
it.
there
All
a
right,
is there a
I'm gonna have
modification?
to-
Is there a modification we can make to the ship to?
There's a talent I can get if I take an entirely different talent tree.
So the thing is, this isn't the worst thing in the world. You have mag clamps on Leatherback, which is how you got the thing here in the first place. You can just clamp the starfighter to the back of Leatherback like a smaller turtle riding on a larger turtle. And then someone just has to, in a spacesuit,
Yeah, you just have to have, a vacuum
Leatherback.
suit to get to it. That's all.
Yeah, to climb out of Leatherback and
Which I do.
then into the Star Saber.
Since I had to be living in it.
And then from there, they can detach from the mag clamps and take off to be a support fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, like I said, maybe we can work towards building a like an extra hatch or something. But yeah, because otherwise I would have to go pretty deep into rigor, which is an entirely different thing to make this work. Are you an ace, Surat?
Give me a second. It's been a while. I apologize.
I believe your specialization is ace, yes.
I believe so too. I'm just looking up my files. Let's see.
So you like your
ace.
Your career is ace. So
yeah,
aces
that's my talent tree.
Yeah, aces have a specialty called a rigger, which get a bunch of stuff to like mess around with ships. But I don't think it makes sense for me to dip into it.
Yeah, but Surat is an ace specialization pilot.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that would take up half of our available hard points anyway, so probably better not to do that. We'd be using one of our 4 available hard points to add the
extra gun,
the ventral cannon.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I make, I can make mechanics checks to create armor for people, depending on what kind of armor they want. And if I roll really well, I can make them significantly better than they are off the shelf. So all I need is materials and to know what kind of armor you all want to be wearing.
And similarly, what are the other things? I guess, Holly, what would you like to be better at? And then also in general, what would we like our ships to be better at? I know there has been some displeasure expressed in the handling capabilities of our Star Turtle. So I know that might be one. I could also do targeting arrays to make it easier to shoot stuff. I can enhance the armor, although our Gatrock is already a pretty beefy boy.
I was gonna say the Gatrock's already a pretty heavily armored ship, all things considered.
I guess actually,
I could beef up our shields if we really want to have it covered from kind of all directions. And we don't have to slow things to a grind here.
Yeah, we can
I
figure this out in Slack, I guess.
but
Although we never
I
do.
just want to.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was kind of my thought. I was like, at least while we're here together, if people can give me like research projects, and Shawnee is not opposed, we can say like, okay, this is what we were shopping for.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you wanna just determine what you are looking for as far as like broad spectrum upgrades, and then the people who do the actual work can go ahead and figure out what they're actually making. That's totally fine.
So for people that don't have armor, what is
Yeah.
what is your encumbrance threshold? It'll be
Shavod currently has 4 out of her maximum 7.
Yeah.
4 out of 7. Okay.
Do we want to put a ram on the ship?
I feel
No.
like
It's kind of fun, actually. I like it.
I mean, like,
sorry.
why else are we so heavily
Hang on.
armored?
Yeah,
We're not gonna
exactly.
Hang on.
smash into people.
Hang on, Jeremy.
Anyway.
I have no idea because I have my encumbrance listed as 1. On my character sheet. And I'm pretty sure that's not accurate, but it might be because I've never dealt with encumbrance in this system. Mostly because I don't wear none of my characters.
Yeah, you never
tend to
wear armor. So
Yeah.
it's funnier if you don't wear armor. Also, most of my Star Wars characters, even more than my D&D characters, are about the aesthetic. Not the case with this
So
character.
what's your
though.
brawn rating?
My brawn rating is, I'm pretty sure it's a 1, but let's see, it might be a 2. It's a 2.
Okay, so your encumbrance is 7.
Okay.
And I can get you backpacks and stuff to. So the reason why I'm asking is because armor at a certain level, armor begins to add to your encumbrance values, and so if you go over your encumbrance value, your encumbrance threshold with your armor, you begin to get setback dice on moving around and doing athletic things. So I'm trying to figure out, but basically, since none of y'all have any specific idea, probably don't have any specific ideas of what kind of armor you want, I'm basing it off of how much encumbrance I'm going to be adding to you by making armor for you.
Yeah.
Um,
Something like armored clothing, I like the idea of not being visible, because I think
That.
Shavat's gonna try and be under the radar with it.
I think
the trick is that in order for it to be vacuum sealed, it has to have a certain amount of hard points. And armored clothing has 0 hard points. So I have to make something a little bit bulkier in order for you to survive a vacuum.
armored
Armored clothing has 1 hard point.
Armored clothing has 1 hard point.
Oh, does it? Well, sorry.
Yeah.
To be clear, the armored clothing that I can make has 0 hard points.
there. Why do we all need vacuum sealing? I thought we just needed it for whoever's going to pilot the ship.
Bad environment. We're going into.
Well, yeah, but
it's not. Yeah, it's not just.
If we get blown out of the airlock, we're fucked in a number of other words. I don't want to be alive longer
Vacuum
as I
sealing,
shoot off into space.
Vacuum sealing also lets you not have to make rolls to survive being gassed or being in an environment where you have difficulty breathing or having setback dice because of stuff in the air contaminants, things like that.
Yeah, and to clarify, the little bit of rumor information that Talon had heard was that whatever job Tanik is doing next, all the Mandalorians that have been talking about it, we're getting their enviro seals checked, which implies that whatever is happening, it's probably on a planet that has a toxic atmosphere.
Yeah.
So if you're going to that planet, you're going to want enviro seals.
Unless you want to stay on the ship the entire time, which is possible.
Yeah.
Either way, if I'm making armor, I might as well make armor that you can breathe for a few hours in toxic environments in.
I've also got a fair amount of just sort of toxins and poisons and sort of miscellaneous things that you might all want to be prepared
And
for.
just if for whatever reason something happens and the life support systems in the ship get destroyed, it'd be good to have an option that isn't just die.
If you end up in the out of gas situation.
Yeah. Or somebody decides to destroy our life support systems for no reason.
No reason, sure.
Good time. It's good times.
So I posted on Slack what Surat has.
All right, Sam.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, Lysandra is certainly used to wearing a certain kind of armor, anyways. So that she doesn't have anymore because we left them.
Yeah.
So whatever would be standard for that,
So like light combat armor.
I think
basically.
it would be like what she's comfortable with.
Gotcha. Alrighty, I can work with that, and I'll work with that between sessions. Anyways, so yeah, person leaves. I think. I
Crafting.
guess. Does Talon left to do things?
Yeah. Talon will have left to go
Right.
begin the process of setting up meetings.
So
All right.
now, once Talon is left, something was said that I don't think was explained thoroughly. Something about a connection between Rocco and Talon.
Yes. I used to travel with them.
Yeah.
Okay, is this the
I told you that in the communique. Well, while we were talking.
Did you?
I think so.
It was referenced. I don't remember if you told. Anyways, is that the person that you were getting flashbacks about? For lack of a better term.
Into the mic.
No.
I think so.
Sorry, I couldn't even tell that you were talking. You just looked confused, and I was about to say, am I misremembering something?
There is more, but neither of us are sure what happened after I left Talon. Or apparently was stolen.
Aha. So there's another step in the you are here
Yes.
process.
Talon is not the reason that I react the way I do.
Right.
That's good to know.
There is something else that happened.
Which is not to say that we shouldn't be potentially wary,
Right.
regardless.
No.
All right. Well. So we're suiting up our stuff, repairing the ship, repairing the fighter, getting everybody appropriate gear while we wait for information. Is there anything else that we need to do while we're here, or any other lines of inquiry we need to follow?
I don't think lines of inquiry.
You guys might want to get kitted out properly, says Gar.
I literally just said we were doing that, Gar.
No, not you're making armor. I mean guns. Like
that's also
stuff to
part
kill
of it,
people
yeah.
with.
Also part of it. I say holding up my lightsaber, which you all now see has been modified. It's slightly longer than it was previously and no longer looks damaged.
I can't tell.
Because no offense to the lot of you, but it sounds like you're about to be going up against some major heavy hitters, and none of you has so much as a rifle.
I have a blaster pistol.
Hi.
The gun?
Still holding up the lightsaber.
I'm the pilot.
You always going to be in the seat?
I'm going to do my best to be. It sounds like I already have a backup.
Look,
maybe we love that you're trying to contribute, but
you're not.
My point being, you never get into a game of Skillion 5 without an ace up your sleeve.
Oh, I just never get in a. Okay, I see what you mean.
We don't use gambling talk in this group, hon. Remember?
How's this for a pair? And he pulls out
no.
his Sorosub Renegade, which looks like a sawn-off shotgun with 4 barrels.
Ain't
Oh,
that an ion
equipment.
gun?
Sorry.
These two are, and he pats the underslung barrels.
Yeah, that's real fancy. How's it gonna stand up to a Merson rocket launcher?
I mean, not too bad. This part up here is a heavy blaster pistol.
if we're going up against a rocket launcher, we're probably dead anyways.
You're
What do
going
you-
up against a general. He's gonna have rocket launchers.
I mean-
Lysandra, what are you talking about? We've gone up against rocket launchers before.
No. You've gone up against rocket launchers, and the rest of your squad tried to survive.
I mean, if I pilot the ship
Your
correctly and we get the guns
perspectives-
on, we
Your
should be okay.
perspective on how combat has gone historically for you and your squads is very different from the squads. I just want to let you know that.
It's the Space Marine versus the Imperial Guard behind the Space Marine. It's like the Space Marine. This is fun. The Imperial Guard. We are dying.
I just imagine like leaping through the air in a force leap, like doing this, and then everybody in the background just like as you're jumping, all of those explosions that could show up cool in the background as you're jumping, you just see the body parts of your squad members. You don't know the names of any other squad members because they kept dying.
Fight successful. Meanwhile,
Yep.
Mission
You come
accomplished.
back and you had a group of the group. You had a particular set of names, and you just stuck with those names, even when new people came in to replace them.
It's new Bob.
Lysandra was just like scratching out like dog tags and like pasting the same names over the people's armor.
100%.
Why do you keep calling me number 13? You won't have to worry about it for long.
What does chum mean?
My point being, you guys' biggest gun, aside from what the droid's carrying, is a tricked out heavy blaster pistol, which impressive, not the same as a blaster cannon.
I mean, absolutely, but I mean, I again, I don't have any delusions about myself. This is about as much as I can comfortably carry.
If we can get my little ship going, then that's gonna be able to deal with the cannon.
What he's
Yeah,
saying
fair.
is that we might need to get a few more blasters.
Yes.
I mean,
Sure,
what do you?
I
what do you-
guess.
The ship's got an armory. It's not that stock, but it is there.
What are you most comfortable wielding when you're outside of the ship, Sarat? You like, hunting pistols? Do you like, a blaster, a carbine? What's kind of your speed?
I'm gonna have to go with outside of this ship. I would have to say a Starfighter Saber XC.
Okay. When you yourself are outside of, all ships, we're talking about small arms. So, just making sure that you've got something. If you have to, okay, let's say
I've got
that
the holdout, but
okay,
which fits in the cockpit.
yeah. I mean, that works for me.
Okay, so we are all of the understanding that we, as in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, however many it is, I don't know. Us and like 2 NPCs, is that correct?
You and one NPC at the moment because Talon is
the 7 of us, even if it's the 8 of us, are not carrying out an assault mission on the commander of a Republic army, no matter how well armed we are, right?
Yeah, I prefer prefer spacecraft on that one.
I mean, he's a commander, not like their most elite soldier.
No, he's going to be surrounded by their most elite soldiers.
Not really.
And,
Given how quickly he
no.
runs through his men, I don't think he can be.
Except he's political, and that's why he can get better than normal sometimes.
If anybody could just kill these people We would have already done so a long time ago when we were working with the Empire, Commander.
You're making me wish I did when I was in the Republic too.
I mean, yeah, but the advantage that we have here is that we're not currently on board a Sith capital ship.
We could do this if we were 7 of you. We're not. Adding 1 Mandalorian isn't going to help with that. We need, if we're gonna take him down, we need to do it in a less frontal assaulty way.
So we should get you a sniper rifle, is what I'm hearing.
I don't know if I can even use one. But yeah, I would be okay with that.
It's ranged heavy.
Yeah, no. That's a problem also. Like most of I'm very good with ranged light. I'm not good with ranged heavy.
Yeah, that is the problem. Is that I don't think very many of us have ranged heavy as a skill, except for Rocco.
Which is the point that Lysandra is making. Yeah,
I mean, Lysandra has ranged heavy as a career skill. She just hasn't put any ranks in it.
You're not wrong. Still,
I mean, get a disruptor pistol at least. Something with some kick.
Oh, I would love one.
yes, we can get more guns. That's fine. I'm saying getting more guns isn't going to help us win this significantly.
Oh yeah, but
We'll use cunning and trickery and everything else, but
Yes.
Yeah, so the
Use our specialties.
not to keep going back to Corellian sayings, but it is where I grew up.
It's okay. We understand and we look past that.
Usually the saying goes it's a bit of a Shaggy Dog story, but to cut it really short, essentially guy gets chased down by a gang that he owes money to. First thing he does is try and hack the door so that he can keep running, because he's smarter than they are. They blow the door up. They keep chasing him down. Next thing he does is try and climb some fences and try and cut off an escape pass because he's faster than they are. They get a speeder. Eventually, they get him cornered down in an alleyway and there's nowhere to go. But the one thing they don't have is a bigger gun than him. So he still walks out alive. You use every trick you've got in your disposal, but eventually when you're backed in the corner and there is a fight in front of you, you want a bigger gun than the guy opposite you. Or at least a more dangerous one.
That's why Nib is trying to get the turrets added.
Yep.
This man only thinks in terms of ships.
That's an adorable story. We already agreed more guns.
Yeah, but you seem to argue about it.
That's because arguing is Lysandra's number 1 skill. Well, number 2 skill.
I'm not arguing about the notion of getting more guns. I'm arguing about the original premise behind getting the guns, which is if we get the more guns, then we can blow the general away. Which is not going to no.
I didn't say you were going to like immediately wipe out his army. I was just saying the people you're going to be getting into a scrap with eventually, like, because you're going to try and avoid it as long as you can, but eventually you're going to get into a fight with them. They got big guns, so should you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I agree with you.
Who wants disruptor pistols? I'm going out to grab some.
Okay.
They're illegal most places aside from Mandalore, so this is one of the few places you can easily get your hands on them.
Yes, correct. They're 3,000 each. It looks like, yeah.
I'll take whatever. I mean, as I said, I'm new to this group. I don't know what my standing is on what I would
We're
be doing
going
on the
to
ground.
get you a gun.
So get me whatever you think is right.
I'm
Same with
going
the
to-
armor. Same with, I mean,
Can you handle something heavier than a pistol? Or do you have the ranged heavy skill?
I have agility. I do not have ranks.
Okay.
Is ranged heavy is it a career skill for you, or is it a non-career skill for you?
Non-career.
Okay. Is ranged light a career skill for you?
How much would ranged heavy be points wise?
If it's
So
not
it's all
career, it's
if,
an
if
extra
it's
5.
if it's not career, it's always the same price plus 5.
So I got to
Like
look at
one dot would be, or one rank would be 10 experience. 2 ranks would be 15.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Technically-
15 meaning a total of 25.
I
Yeah,
mean,
'cause it's 10 for
so
rank
on.
1, 15 for rank 2, etc.
Yeah.
technically, with this, we can montage my extra available XP into getting me 1 rank with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for an ace, range light is a career skill, range heavy is not.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I have no combat career skills, so
But I've got 20 XP
No.
that I could spend, so that could get me 1 range in heavy. I've got range in gunnery. That's why I keep. And when
Yeah,
when
fair.
Himbo talks about large explosive things, I go to
wait,
gunnery and ships.
Wait, hang on. You've got ranks in gunnery.
Yes.
I have.
That actually means
There are
that
some
actually
personnel handed like personnel weapons that use gunnery as their skill. So we can
Yeah.
get you a bigger gun that you can use when not inside a ship that does more damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you use the gunnery skill.
Strictly speaking, those rocket launchers that he was talking about use gunnery.
Yep.
There's those, and I think the emplacement things,
Yeah,
like the laser
the
batteries that
the
you
hev-
see like
hev-
stormtroopers using.
Yeah, heavy
That's what
repeating
I was
blasters.
thinking of. I wasn't thinking of.
Or yeah, or
personal
like
mobility.
the
That
like
said,
rotary cannons. The laser Gatling guns. Those
Yeah.
use gunnery.
Yeah, but
that's
most
it.
of that is
These
not
are
stuff
not
that you
things
can
that you
carry
can just
around.
walk around on a
How much
city street with.
brawn do you
That's
have?
okay.
No.
No,
I'm not
no,
talking about
Sven, no.
physically being able
Oh,
to.
okay.
Well, I mean, there's that, but there's also like they specifically require a physical emplacement. So at the very least, you're walking around with tripods.
Some of them, it depends. Some of the cannons
them don't.
they have cumbersome, and then there are attachments you can add to reduce the cumbersome value.
That is true. I could be wrong, but I don't think any of those use gunnery.
The model 134A rotary cannon uses gunnery, has cumbersome 5, and I can reduce that cumbersome value.
It's simple. We get some planetary equipment that I could pilot and gun. We're good to go. I can transport you all, and then
Also, the heavy repeating blaster does not require a tripod and is gunnery.
Yeah. It's gunnery.
Yeah,
And again, I will point out
the rotary
if
cannon.
you're walking around with rocket launchers and Gatling guns
yeah.
in the middle of the street, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a very obvious gun to carry around.
hence we get a land vehicle
Yeah, it's
that we modify, and then I'm driving the shuttle.
Yeah, you put it on a speeder. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm okay. So I'm just gonna point out the heavy repeating blaster. They specifically say they require a 2-man team. They set up on tripods and they're powered by portable generators. One soldier serves as the gunner and the other handling the generator and power couplings.
You can be a generator.
So I mean, if we want to have a 2-person team for it, that's fine.
Yeah,
But I am saying
the buzzsaw is basically an LMG. And it's you can either have a bipod or a sling.
Yeah, so the reason it's nearly impossible to use without the tripod, which is built on it, is because it has cumbersome 5. If you either have the brawn or have the tools to reduce that cumbersome rating, you can, and the tripod does that, which is why it comes attached.
no, but you also have to have an entire separate power supply
Yeah, which can be worn on the back.
by somebody else.
It's
Man,
it's
I'm
a
talking
team
about a different weapon, but yes.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is in Knights of Fate. It's the Model 13-4A buzzsaw rotary cannon. It's not a laser weapon. It's a slug thrower. It's a Gatling gun.
Okay.
3,000 credits out of the party fund to get a disruptor pistol.
Yeah, do it.
Please do.
Get me one too.
Okay. Got
But-
you one.
I am not go. Like, sure, I might take a sniper rifle. I'm honest. I'm not picking up anything much bigger than the disruptor pistol, probably.
And above table, I'll gladly use my experience points to get heavy, so I can have cover in all three if we need it. Heavy
Absolutely.
range.
Yeah.
The basic difference is light guns, pistols, heavy guns, rifles, gunnery, big guns.
Yeah, guns that do typically require like a bipod or something if you're not strong enough.
And I will probably put some XP of my 60 that I currently have into heavy, because it is a career skill for me, so it costs less for me than it would for you.
Yeah.
And if you
so that I can be group sniper, but also by the same notion, it's kind of hard to heal people when I'm 3 miles away.
Yeah.
fair.
I will also point out, just sort of rules wise in this system, a light repeating blaster is a fucking monster.
It absolutely is.
And is actually designed to be carried. Yeah, I mean that's you're wearing you have a bipod or you have a sling, but it is a monster.
Like
And
relatively like quote unquote weak weapons will shred us all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Armor
it doesn't take a
not.
lot. And
Oh,
to
yeah.
be clear, the disruptor pistol and the disruptor rifle have the same damage value.
Yeah.
Because no matter which gun you're using, that is a gun that disintegrates you.
It's a disintegrate
Yeah.
beam. Yes.
It disrupts
Also-
you.
That's why it's
Also,
that's why it's in
It's
no
highly
disintegrations.
illegal.
yeah, say like heavy repeating and light repeating blasters are both illegal. I would have to imagine the slug thrower from the Jedi books is also illegal. The other thing to keep in mind is those damages that are listed, that's a baseline.
Uh-huh.
These all have hard points, guys.
Yeah.
We can work with that.
Yeah, the rotary cannon is damage 12, long range, and yes, it is restricted.
Yeah, and so the light repeating blaster is damage 11 and also long range, and it doesn't. It uses ranged heavy, and it doesn't by rules require like.
Yeah.
It's cumbersome. It's cumbersome 4, but again, you can, like you were
Yeah.
saying, you can offset that with a sling and everything else.
Yeah,
That's what I say.
the big thing about the rotary cannon is it has Pierce 3, which is a really good item quality to have.
That's why you get me a vehicle I can shuttle you all around in an emergency.
Yeah.
I
Push
would
the shiny
also
button.
like to
All right.
purchase a vibro knife.
Absolutely. You can
Okay.
100 You just saw a Mandalorian using one. You know you can buy one
You
here.
could get you could get a Vibrarang if you wanted.
No, would not.
All right.
Once again,
Mad Max.
yeah, that just seems like asking for being known as Old One Hand.
Yeah, trying to catch the vibrating boomerang as it comes back feels like begging to lose a hand.
That's why you get the magnetic mount for it, so that when it comes back at you, you just clack it onto the magnetic gauntlet on your wrist instead of having to catch it.
While we're spending a lot of money, can I spend 9,500 more credits on the ship and put in hardened circuits, which will up its strain threshold? Because right now we're a big beefy boy armor wise, but it is a little easier to take us out with like ion cannons. So we could harden the circuits and make it harder to do that. And then I would very, very much like to install a slicing computer, which not only ups our range for slicing into enemy ships, but also gives an automatic advantage on every roll.
I
should
like that.
ask, just to make sure. I would probably do. I'm just not sure who to. Do we have somebody who's a skilled slicer?
Me.
Okay, cool.
I'm not as good at doing the thing that Rocco is preventing me from doing.
Building another one?
Yeah, Rocco is clock blocking me as from trying to make other robots, but like
Euphemism.
otherwise pretty good at slicing. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need any other robots.
Where is the
Well, I guess the
disintegrating pistol?
specialty of my of my character class is going to be poured entirely into making your character better, Holly. Your mechanisms are slowly becoming more and more obvious.
I don't know where else it is, but I do know the Disruptor Pistol is in the Age of Rebellion core book.
Yeah.
Your
Page
machinations, not
160.
mechanisms. I guess maybe your
The-
mechanisms
where
are
all the
becoming more
stats are.
obvious.
I am sorry, Craig. If this
No,
is-
I love it. And it like I said, 100%. It's like I can make droids, but I can also make existing droids better. So guess what? Get ready for an upgrade, you weird only child of a droid.
My son keeps trying to grab the microphone.
You
I-
weird
I think
only
it's-
child
I think
of a youngest child of many.
It's like 2 minutes early, but I think we could probably end it here since
Yeah.
we're getting
Oh,
into
yeah.
equipment stuff.
Oh yeah. Now we've got a general idea of what your purchases are going to look like, so we can just make those, and then come back next time
Woo.
with your meeting with the Ordo,
Right.
specifically
Dun,
the ones who are being
dun.
hired. So yeah, that's where we'll go ahead and end for the week, and we'll see all of you next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Goodbye.